All right, heart rate variability. This is a scan that allows us to understand the body's adaptability to stress. When we look at the purpose of neurological evaluations, we are attempting to understand how the nervous system is performing. So, this scan is exceptionally helpful in understanding your child's level of adaptability to external stress. Now, the scan that you see here, this is showing a scan with 5 separate regions. And when we go over your scan, it's very helpful to be aware of what these items are prior to the review of scans for your child. So on this area here, you're going to see 0 to 100 on the left-hand side. This shows the autonomic activity. Really, this is how well the autonomic nervous system is functioning. So think of this left side as performance. And then inside the level of performance, there is balance, looking at the sympathetic nervous system, which is the gas pedal, the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the brake pedal. Now, our desirable region is inside this green zone within zone 5. This is within normal limits of autonomic activity. Now, although our goal is to see a perfect balance in the midline, which is 100%, and at 100% activity level here, oftentimes children resonate outside of that normal zone. So a zone 1, which would be the little white dot ending up in this geographical location, is really showing a wound up state. Now think of this as you're sitting at a stop sign revving your engine of your vehicle. It's showing high sympathetic activity, which is the gas pedal, but it's also with high levels of adaptability. So this is an area to where the body lacks the overall ability to press on the brake pedal of the vehicle. So within zone 1, this is a wound up state. Zone 2 on the right hand is actually more of an exhausted state. This is an area here where you're trying to drive, but the brake pedal is on. When this is happening, the body lacks the ability to stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, which really means that the body is in a stuck, exhausted state. Zone 3 is more distressed. And when we look at a distressed state, this is more of you driving on an empty tank with the brakes failing. This is a challenge here that's really more of the concerning region. This shows that the autonomic nervous system is below its normal limits and the body is stuck in a fight and flight pattern. Over here in zone 4, this is more of the weakened state. And this is where you're driving, but the brakes are seized up and no longer working. This is an area where you have low parasympathetic tone and you're unable to stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. So within these 4 zones, it helps us to understand your child's unique needs. Now, in the event your child is expressing health challenges, but resides here within the green zone, there's a few areas to interpret. Number 1, the body is very adaptable to external stress, which is most likely due to the things that you're doing at home. Loving environment, healthy organic foods, eliminating the toxins that are placed into the body. But the concern is that if a child is having health expressions that are challenging, and yet their autonomic nervous system is functioning and performing within its normal boundaries, the body is stuck and is unable to move forward. So the purpose of this is to really be prepared to understand whether your child's in a wound up state in zone 1, an exhausted state in zone 2, a distressed state in zone 3, or a weakened state in zone 4. Regardless of the zone that your child ends up in, this is an opportunity to understand how the autonomic nervous system's performing, and it shows us how to implement care recommendations when observing the HRV scan.